Welcome back to Car Compass, your go-to spot for in-depth, exciting car reviews. Today, we're diving into a car that's all about versatility, modern style, and everyday practicality of the 2026 Honda HR-V. If you're hunting for a compact crossover that packs value, efficiency, and a surprising amount of premium feel, then this one's going to grab your attention. Let's explore what makes the new HR-V stand out in a sea of small SUVs. Right off the bat, the first thing you notice is how much more mature and athletic the HR-V looks this year. Honda has moved away from the overly rounded and friendly look of the older models and given the 2026 version a bolder, more grown-up appearance. Up front, it's all about sharp lines and clean design. The grille is more upright and wider, almost giving it a baby CR-V feel, and the slim LED headlights sweep back into the body with an angular edge that adds character without going overboard. The front bumper is sculpted to give the car a broader stance, and if you look closely, you'll see subtle detailing around the lower air intake that gives it an upmarket vibe. Honda has done a solid job balancing aggression with elegancy, and nothing feels forced or gimmicky. From the side profile, the HR-V carries a sleek, coupe-like silhouette. The character lines flow cleanly from the front fenders through the door handles and into the rear quarter, giving it a dynamic, in-motion feel even when it's parked. The roofline tapers slightly toward the back, and the wheel arches are subtly flared to give the HR-V a grounded, athletic look. The standard 17-inch alloy wheels are neat and functional, but if you step up to the higher trims, you get snazzier 18-inch designs that bring a nice visual punch. The door panels are clean and taut, and Honda has moved away from the hidden rear door handle trick, going for a more traditional layout that feels mature and functional. You also get black plastic cladding around the lower part of the body and wheel arch as a practical for protecting against rock chips and road debris, while also adding that touch of crossover ruggedness. Around the back, the HR-V continues the theme of clean, confident design. The taillights are connected by a slim black trim piece that runs across the rear hatch, creating visual width. The lights themselves are led with a simple yet modern pattern that fits the overall styling language. There's no overuse of chrome or fake exhaust tips, just a clean, almost minimalist rear end with a functional bumper, integrated reflectors, and a small spoiler at the top of the liftgate. The rear windshield is wide enough to provide solid visibility, and the wiper is tucked up high to stay out of the driver's line of sight. It's a very cohesive look, and whether you're following the HR-V on the road or walking up to it in a parking lot, it leaves a strong impression of polish and attention to detail. Step inside, and you'll be surprised at how far the HR-V has come. Honda has taken cues from the latest Civic and Accord models to create an interior that feels refined and user-focused. The dash design is horizontal, with a full-width honeycomb-style air vent trim that hides the actual vents, keeping things visually clean and uncluttered. Materials feel soft and upscale in all the right places, especially on the dash and armrests, while the piano black and brushed aluminum accents add contrast and texture. The steering wheel is thick, well-contoured, and multifunctional, with controls for audio, phone, and the driver display all within easy reach. The digital gauge cluster is clear and easy to read, and higher trims come with a fully digital 7-inch display that lets you customize what you see, from speed and fuel economy to navigation prompts and safety features. In the center, you get a 7-inch or 9-inch touchscreen depending on the trim, both running Honda's updated infotainment system that's way faster and more intuitive than older versions. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are available, and there's a physical volume knob, yes, a real knob for easy control without taking your eyes off the road. Below that, you'll find a nicely laid out climate control setup with tactile knobs and buttons, something drivers will definitely appreciate. The center console is simple but practical, with a deep cubby, wireless charging pad, and a couple of well-placed cup holders. Seating is spacious and supportive. Up front, the HR-V feels wider than you'd expect for a compact SUV. Visibility is excellent, and the seats have just enough bolstering to hold you in place during tight turns without being too firm for long hauls. Cloth upholstery comes standard, but leather-trimmed options are available and bring a more premium ambience. In the back, there's ample legroom and headroom for adult passengers, which is not always the case in this segment. Honda's clever seat design allows for a nearly flat floor, giving the rear cabin an open, airy feel. Cargo space is another strong point, especially with the rear seats folded down. Whether you're loading up for a road trip or just doing a Costco run, the HR-V has the flexibility to handle it with ease. Under the hood, The 2026 HR-V is powered by a 2.0-liter four-cylinder naturally aspirated engine, pushing out around 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque. It's the same unit used in the Civic, and while it's not the most powerful in the segment, it delivers smooth, linear acceleration and a quiet, refined drive. Power is sent through a continuously variable transmission, CVT, that mimics step gear changes to avoid that rubber band effect that many CVTs suffer from. The result is a responsive, relaxed driving experience that's well suited to city streets and highway cruising alike. For those in snowier climates, Honda offers all-wheel drive versions of the HR-V, which add confidence in poor weather without sacrificing fuel economy too much. Speaking of which, the fuel efficiency is impressive. Expect about 26 miles per gallon in the city and 32 on the highway for front-wheel drive models. The steering feels light but precise, making the HR-V easy to maneuver through tight parking lots or congested traffic. Ride quality is arguably one of the best in the segment. It absorbs bumps and potholes like a champ, and the suspension tuning strikes a nice balance between comfort and control. On the safety front, Honda's Sensing Suite is standard across all trims. That means you get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, and road departure mitigation right out of the box. Higher trims add blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert, making the HR-V not just a good-looking and practical vehicle, but also one of the safer picks in its class. Honda's reputation for reliability further sweetens the deal, and regular maintenance costs are typically very manageable compared to some rivals. When it comes to pricing, Honda keeps things competitive. The base LX trim starts around $25,000, while the mid-level Sport trim brings a few extra visual and tech upgrades for roughly $27,000. At the top of the range, the XL trim climbs just above $30,000, but for that price, you're getting features like leather seats, a moonroof, the larger infotainment screen, premium audio, and a more refined overall package. Considering what you get in terms of space, tech, ride quality, and reliability, the HR-V offers solid bang for the buck. There are no wild gimmicks or over-the-top performance claims here. It's just a well-rounded compact SUV that does almost everything well. So, who is the 2026 Honda HR-V for? It's for the urban commuter who needs something practical and efficient. It's for the young family that wants a stylish yet affordable crossover. It's for the first-time buyer looking for a solid, safe entry into the Honda family. But more than that, it's for anyone who values smart design, comfort, and everyday usability without needing to shout about it. It may not be the flashiest vehicle on the road, but it's one of the smartest choices you can make in the compact SUV world today. That wraps up our full review of the 2026 Honda HR-V. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Car Compass for more honest, in-depth car reviews. Got questions about the HR-V or want to see it compared to a rival like the Toyota Corolla Cross or Mazda CX-30? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We always love hearing from you. Until next time, drive safe, stay curious, and keep exploring the road ahead.